What's going on, guys? So much stuff happened in gaming news today. More bad news for Xbox. Apparently, Xbox Crackdown 3 has fallen into the pit of Xbox One exclusive disappointments. It's not even been out a full 2 months, it's only been out for about a month at best. And the reason I say this is unfortunate is because this game was promised to us at the beginning of the generation, and here we are at the end of it. We got this game, and this was a pretty big title because it was an Xbox One exclusive. I know Play Anywhere means it was on PC, but still, it was exclusive to Xbox, meaning it wasn't going to be going to PlayStation nor going to Nintendo. Xbox, this really needed to be a W. You needed the win really bad here, and I don't feel like you have. And another game fell to the same problems of Crackdown 3. Destiny 2. And this is why I worry for next generation, because AAA games are falling off hard. They're not hitting their mark, and people are starting to give up on them. Let's be honest here. With the amount of money that it took and the amount of money that went into Destiny, there's no reason Destiny is not the number one played game right now. There's not a reasonable excuse for that. Red Dead Redemption 2 probably would not be as big and as popular as it is had Destiny done its job, had Crackdown 3 done its job and delivered like it was supposed to. If Xbox could have got over the Dawn Matrix bullshit faster and went into complete panic mode after it happened, we would probably see a different Xbox One. With Google's announcement of a console, not only is it a console, it's going after Nintendo. And before you say no, it's not, let me ask you one question. What matters if you're playing Nintendo Switch? What's the number one matter here in Nintendo Switch? What is the one thing Nintendo Switch has over PlayStation and Xbox? Convenience. Google isn't talking 4K, teraflop titties, and all that shit. Google is going after being more convenient. They're talking about you being able to play this shit on your phone, on your television, on a tablet. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to play it from a toilet seat with your ass cheeks. It's so much more convenient than the Switch. Yes, the Switch is a tablet, and yes, you could throw the photo from the TV to the tablet by picking the tablet out of the dock, but this thing is trying to be as seamless as looking at the damn television than looking at your phone or looking at a tablet. It creates a major problem, and I've said this before, maybe not on this channel, but I've said this to people when I'm talking to them at work or when I'm talking to them at a game store or wherever. Convenience is more dominant than power. Convenience is more dominant than graphical output. How convenient is it for you to own that product? It's the biggest thing. It doesn't matter if you're putting out 16K with 120 fucking frames a second. And I don't care if it's the smoothest shit you've ever seen. It's gonna be played, yes, but it might not be played as often as you think. And I'm not taking anything away from that, but a lot of people play on their cell phones. A lot more people game on their cell phones than they want to admit. Now, why would they game on their cell phones and not on a console? Because a cell phone's in your hands easier than the controller is. You take your cell phone with you to work, you take it on the road with you, the damn thing is connected with you at the hip. So it's just more convenient. You see how that works? You can get games like Grand Theft Auto 3, uh, Chrono Trigger to go back to the SNES, but Grand Theft Auto 3, which is from PS2, you can get watered down. I'm just saying they're watered down for phones. They're not watered down as in a bad way, but like you could play Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat 10 has a thing, um, and there's a few others that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I've seen them. But they're big name games like that. Injustice is on there where it's a 3-on-3, and uh, it's a decent version of the game. I'll give it that. So when you look at that, and then you look at also racing games as well. I have a couple Need for Speed games, and they're all really good, and they all look really good. But again, I play those games on my phone. I don't have a Need for Speed that I'm playing on my Xbox One or even my PS4. If I want to play console Need for Speed, I got to plug in my Xbox original or my PS2 or even my GameCube. I personally don't mind playing games on my cell phone if it's like the only way I can play them at the time, or I'm just so bored as I'm watching a movie on Netflix and I'm not really being entertained, so I jump on the phone to pick up a quick race or a quick match or a quick mission. Um, Convenience is everything. Convenience means more than everything else PlayStation and Xbox are offering. This machine stands to be a little bit more of a threat to those two than even Nintendo. It stands to be a threat to Nintendo, but it might stand to be a threat to Nintendo in the same senses as forcing Nintendo to do something I think they should do anyway, because then it creates a bigger problem for PlayStation and Xbox. Now, what that is upgrading that damn tablet. They don't need to upgrade the controllers that much. I think they can just make another tablet stronger and have more output power and still use the Joy-Cons and everything. I don't think it would be that difficult. So if they upgraded that tablet, it would put it on par with, like, say, PS4 and Xbox One if it's putting out 1080p at a solid 60 frames, which in 2019 I don't think would be that hard to get for a tablet. Now, pricing it would probably be the most difficult part. But if Google comes out with this and it becomes an issue, I think Nintendo could go for that. And if Nintendo goes for that, then not only is Google an issue with PlayStation and Xbox, but Nintendo can also be an issue for the PlayStation and Xbox brand, because it'll be going into this idea and this way of playing that I don't think either one of them has thought about, and that's being a convenient way to play, not just to sit on your ass on the couch or at home, but an on-the-go thing. Something Sony has not been very successful at. They've sold a lot of handhelds, yes, by number, but their legacy in the generations of handhelds in which they've had has not been longevity success. That's the part that you got to think about. So we'll see what happens with this Google console. I'm probably going to end up getting it. I don't know yet. That's why I'm like shaking my head in a circle, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy it, but I'm probably going to. I just don't know yet. I got to find out more about it. But the way we're playing games, the way we consume games and everything, a lot of people think next generation is the last generation. Personally, I think next generation is the last generation for physical games. You probably won't see physical games anymore after next generation. It'll probably be middle of next generation when we go full on digital, meaning games only come digitally. I know what that means, but it's a small step to going towards streaming. If we go to all digital and it's downloading digital, well, that's just one step more closer to streaming. And if you can download it, it's easier to get it downloaded than to stream it, because your internet might not be good enough to stream, but it can download for a little while. You get what I'm saying? If it downloads here and there, like if I turn my Xbox One off on my PS4, put it in rest mode, and download, and download a game, then it's there ready to go, and I might not have to use my internet no more, right? As versus streaming where I'm using my internet to play the fucking thing. So, it might take a minute, but we'll eventually get there. And I do believe next generation downloading the games is going to become more popular than buying the physical games. That's just my opinion. Like I said, there's been a lot of news come out today, and it's not all been that good for PlayStation or Xbox. Xbox losing Crackdown 3 online with people just not playing it online like they thought they would. PlayStation, I know, is paying attention to Google right now. I know Nintendo's paying attention to Google as well, but I guarantee you PlayStation's paying them more attention and closer attention than Nintendo, because Nintendo just took the sales in February, and they don't really have a whole hell of a lot to worry about with this Google console, considering how easy and how convenient it is to have a Nintendo Switch in your house right now. So they're probably not paying it as close attention, but they're paying it attention enough. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's everything I wanted to talk about. I will see you guys next time.